When I was 16, I made a pact with myself that I'd wait as long as it took to find and marry the woman who I could love with all of my heart and soul, and most importantly, that I'd want to spend the rest of my life with. I spent the next 22 years working, surfing, and searching for my soulmate, and on September 8th, 1996, I found her. Life is funny how it works out. I was in a car accident in 1995, and after I got my settlement check from the insurance company, I used $1,500 of that money and bought my first computer. When I was setting it up, I had an unusually strong premonition that I would find my soulmate online, and sure enough, I met my wife Fay Lynn 2 weeks later in an over 35 California SoCal chat room on America Online. We met right here at the San Clemente Pier on her 38th birthday, and we've been together for the last 6,211 days. My life with Fay Lynn hasn't been perfect, but I've loved every minute we've been together, all 8,943,000 minutes of them. I love Fay Lynn from the very first moment I spoke with her on the phone, and I knew she was the one for me. Being single for 38 years taught me a lot about women, and in the hours that she and I talked on the phone, I knew she was the woman I'd been looking for all of my life. Fay Lynn lived in South Pasadena with her 2 children, Wesley and Joshua, in a craftsman bungalow. Luckily for me, I could run my business anywhere, so I moved from San Diego to South Pasadena. Life in South Pasadena was fun, and I thought my love for her would be enough to make me happy, but I really missed the beach. A few times a year we would drive to Manhattan Beach or Malibu, but going to the beach just made me realize how much I missed living there. I'd spent my whole life surfing in La Jolla, and I never knew how much I loved the ocean till I moved to South Pasadena. So why am I the luckiest man in Orange County? On January 4th, 2012, we sold our house in South Pasadena and bought an amazing condo in Laguna Woods. Now I get to spend the rest of my life living 20 minutes from Laguna Beach with a woman who brings a smile to my face whenever I look at her. I love being with Fay Lynn for the last 6,000 days, but now I'm totally excited to spend at least another 10,000 days with her in Laguna Woods. I love driving down to our favorite beach in the whole world, Aliso Beach, and just sitting there with Fay Lynn. We don't need to say a word to each other because it's so awesome there. When I was a kid growing up in San Diego, my parents would take us to Disneyland every year. My trips to Disneyland as a kid were the most fun I ever had. Last year, we bought season passes to Disneyland and had the best time ever, driving 30 minutes to hang out at the happiest place on earth. I loved watching the Christmas parades and walking around the park holding my wife's hand. I actually proposed to her right here at this very bench in 1997. I love being able to swim every day at one of the most beautiful pools you could ever swim in. Words cannot explain how wonderful it is to jump in the water and swim every day here at Pool 2. When we bought our manor, we spent almost a whole year working together, figuring out how we'd make it our perfect beach cottage. When I walk in the door and see her sitting on the couch knitting and watching TV, I break out into a huge smile because I know that she's happy.